Welcome to Get Offset. My name is Emily, and sometimes things are really hard, but I hope they're always worth it. Sometimes you ask yourself, is it worth it? And sometimes things are nice and easy, and it just makes you happy. And with a name like EZdrummer, it better be easy. I'm bad at programming drums. I don't really know how to do it, I should say. But it's the truth. I released a whole EP of songs and there were no drums on it. Not because I didn't want there to be drums on it, because I couldn't program them. So I was talking to Sweetwater, and they agreed to let me demo EZdrummer for you. So this video is sponsored by Sweetwater. Please consider using the affiliate links in the video description. It helps me out tremendously. It is one of the best ways to support the channel. My favorite way to support the channel is to like, comment, and subscribe. So yeah, thank you to Sweetwater for your support, and thank you, viewer, for yours. All right, let's talk about EZdrummer. EZdrummer 3 specifically is a software that's supposed to make it simple to add drums to your music without an in-house drummer. Now, I have a lot of drummer friends, but I've never had them collaborate on my recordings with me. It's only been pretty recent that my drummer from Sunday Crush, Dan, has had a really sick recording rig, but I digress. Let's talk about EZdrummer. I use Studio One, and here's what that looks like. So this is my interface, and here I am in the corner of it. So I have a little song here loaded up that I worked on a while ago, and let's kind of hear what it sounds like. This is about a year old. Yep. So that's basically it. It's really simple, little, kind of barely a song sort of thing. I think it's in 4/4. It's definitely 95 beats per minute. Fantastic. But yeah, so here is what I'm going to do. I am going to show you how to add EZdrummer. If you have Studio One Professional, you can use tools like EZdrummer. I highly recommend using Studio One Professional or Sphere. I love Studio One because it starts free, and then as you need more features, you can add them on, and it's not terribly expensive to graduate to new tier. Some softwares rope you in with a free version and they want to charge you a ton of money. That's not Studio One. And I find it very intuitive. So EZdrummer is one of my VST instrument plugins, and I just have to click and drag to create it. And here's what it looks like. I'm going to move it over more so you can see more of the interface there. But you don't really need to see anything in this corner. There's nothing major there. But if there ever is anything that you need to see more of, I can just make myself disappear. Whoa, spooky. All right, so this is the homepage of the EZdrummer. And it comes with 3 kits. I've added an Americana kit. I'm not going to show you that one because I haven't fully engaged it yet. But yeah, you can click and you can edit some things if that's not what you want. You can change the hi-hat sound, or you can just remove it completely. Cool. But yeah, that's just one thing you can do. You can really do that with pretty much anything. Here are the different crashes you can add, for example, different kicks you can have, floor toms. A lot of stuff there. You can even add your own instrument samples and the preview articulation. You're going to be hearing everything in this video in mono. I'm kind of limited in what I can do as far as recording audio from my computer. And this is just going to work, so I'm not going to screw with it. No, lie about that. But I'm chick. Great. The next tab over is grooves. And grooves, you can just start listening, searching them. You can do some filtering. So if you just want country grooves, so it's straight 4/4s, and you want see, here are the kind of groupings. So you have ballads, kind of easy grooving, got some verse options. So you can just listen to them. See, it says verse 1 and 2, but you can see there's a lot more than 2 options. So you're not going to get bored with stuff very soon. You can, however, add a lot to EZdrummer. Cool. Next, we have Grid Editor, Mixer, and Bandmate. I'm going to get into those pretty soon. But what I want to do is I want to show you three ways to create beats using EZdrummer. So let's get started. I am going to start with something called Tap to Find. And this is really helpful if you have sort of a song already and you kind of have a little bit of a beat in your mind. And let's say I have that. So I'm going to click Tap to Find, and it's immediately going to give me 1 bar, down notes and up, upbeat, downbeat, down notes and up notes, Emily, upbeats and downbeats. Yeah, I'll just show it to you. Screw it. So then it's going to loop, so you can do it more like one at a time. And I'm personally not great yet at finger drumming or click drumming. So if there's something else you want to add, you just kind of highlight it there, and you, I'm not even sure that part's necessary, to be honest, but you can then just kind of click in those different spots. So check this out. That sounds awful. I told you I'm not great at this. If I regret that, I can either delete them one at a time, or I can clear them all at once. Yeah. Cool, I think that's good enough. So let's go ahead and search. You can search with whatever current filters you had engaged. Search just fills, or search everything. I'm gonna search everything. You'll get better matches the simpler your beats are, at least as far as percentages. But that doesn't mean that if it's a 73% match, it doesn't mean it's not going to fit with your song. It just means it varies that much from what you plugged in. So let's search. I got some 85% matches here. That's awesome. Let's listen to them. So yeah, that is pretty close. It's got the same hi-hat on the 4 on the 1, 2, 3, 4. But this is snare, and I didn't have any snare. I think they're all probably gonna have snare. That was a pretty weird thing that I did. Yeah, but you can click and drag parts into your timeline. So just like that. I don't know why I'm so far from the beginning of my timeline, but I am apparently very far from the beginning of my timeline. So I'm going to scroll to the top, click, add it, and I can add my verse after that. Let's see. I don't see a chorus off the bat, so I'm going to go over here and search for chorus and see if that, oh, no chorus matches. Let's get rid of straight. Let's get rid of chorus. And so since I didn't have any chorus matches, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to right click on the family. I'm going to open the containing folder. So that has choruses in there. I can see why that wasn't giving a recommendation, because it moved to a ride from the hi-hat. So I can drop that in there. We can go to the top and we can listen to it. I find that intro to be a little on the long side, so I'm going to shorten it on that end, highlight everything, and move it back to the beginning. So let's try that intro half as long. You saw how easy that was. I just literally clicked the edge and dragged it. And you can drag it longer too, but I don't know how that works. Let's find out. Because you can see, you might be able to see there are no dots there. There are no little MIDI points. So I'm gonna put that back. Okay, feeling it. Nice. Okay, not bad. Let's listen to this transition. Get a little bit more of it. Okay. Is that going to work for the song I have queued in? Probably not, but it's going to help me show you the next way to to build a song. So this is the way where you're just kind of listening to different things. If I didn't like that verse, I could go in here and listen. I think I do like that better. So I'm going to remove that, drag that in, and listen to that. Let's go. So it's very similar. The only change in that beat is moving from the hi-hat to the ride. So that's fine. Not the best thing in the world because I didn't spend a lot of time on it, and I haven't done any editing yet. Which, speaking of which, here's the grid editor. With this, you can literally just move things around. Find your spot there. One thing I like to do is I like to turn on humanization. Gives it more of a, as the name implies, human sound. You don't want it to feel like a computer. So we can go to timing, swing it a little bit. Don't need to quantize it because I wasn't doing the drumming. If I was doing click drumming, I would absolutely quantize to make sure things are locked in. And let's do some randomization. We can even just like move things around. Let's see. Move that beat over there if we wanted to. I don't know why, but it's if. Yeah, so you can do stuff like that. You can move things around. You can. That was fun. Cool. So next, let's look at a different way to write drums into a song. And this is called the song creator. So we're going to click on song creator on the drums, and we're going to drag something into MIDI to get suggestions. I'm going to remove that and drop that into the MIDI there, just clear my timeline. So this is going to give me different arrangements under the arrangements section. We have 12-bar basic, verse, 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 chorus, verse, verse, and a half, verse, chorus, verse. That's kind of a weird one. Verse, verse, chorus, verse. And then we have a more pop song structure, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. And for the sake of this tutorial, I want to pick that. And you can also you can preview it or you can just drag it in. So I'm just going to drag it in. And let's see what we got. I should have picked a short version. Then we have the going into the chorus from the verse. Oh, no, come on. Yeah. So it really picks up the tempo. And there's different song parts over here, different intros you can preview. Verses. If you wanted a pre-chorus. So you could use the song parts to basically do what I was doing before with the tap in and assign things into your timeline the way that you want them. Cool, and let's look at this next part. It is the edit playing style. So you hover over the little up arrow in the timeline, and you can change things like the opening hit, muted hit. I did that a while the other day. You can change the articulation and the closed open variations there. Mostly closed. Let's hear that. Let's try changing the opening hit as well. That was not as cool sounding, but it's an option. Oh, I like that. A couple times. I don't like that every time, actually. So there's a lot of customization you can do there. Close that out. Yeah, so next I want to show you the mixer. And the mixer, okay, so when you're recording drums, actually mic'd drums, you'll mic up the different parts. You might have to put like, you know, a sample on the kick and the snare. That's pretty common. But you record them separately. You kind of mix them relative to each other, and then you put them in a bus. So you have them all in on one fader, so that you can increase the sound, the volume of the drums, and decrease it in one push of a fader. That's a pretty common way to record drums. This is basically your bus. You can adjust panning. So you see kick and snare, they're in the middle. Hi-hats panned left, which is how a drummer would hear it. And these floor toms and rides, they're panned right. For this, you can just switch it right away. I kind of prefer the audience perspective, but drummer perspective, like if you're actually at the drum hitting, that's the default. And then audience perspective just flips it. Though I think audience typically is going to hear it like a little more centered. And you can change a few things like the sound of the overhead, ambience, crunch, etc. But yeah, and then you'll see down here is the last thing. That's the outs. And I'm going to get to that later because it's kind of cool. But I want to first show you Bandmate. So I'm going to clear out the song I've created. I wish I hadn't created such a long song. So I'm going to clear that out. Go to the beginning. And this is follow. So you can follow your bandmate. And this is great if you already have like a guitar part or the bulk of a song recorded. It's going to make suggestions on what they think is going to sound good. So I have a guitar. Is it over here? Let's listen. Yeah, so that's one of my guitar tracks. I'm going to drag that into Follow Bandmate. It can be like a clean, non-distorted audio or a MIDI file. So there I go. 95 beats per minute. That's what's in the current session because I have that open right now. And 4/4 signature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... when I record, I have a count in and then I take 4 bars. That's just how I record. So I'm going to scoot both of these over and just have it start with the music. Yeah, because I'm going to shuffle it over anyway. Cool. So up here are some drum recommendations based on what I uploaded. So let's listen. I'm just cycling through them. Kind of like that. Oh, don't like that. Nice. Let's listen to some toms. as much. That'll do. That'll do. So I'm going to go ahead and drag that into there. And it looks like it's kind of going on a verse, verse, verse. Totally cool. I'm going to go to mixer though. And this is kind of an overall mixer. And you know, I was talking about those outs a minute ago. Well, if you don't want everything to be bust for any reason, you can still change the setup so that you have separate tracks in Studio One. Now I'm going to do this because I want to put some effects just on certain instruments. I want to put them on the snare. So I'm going to leave the kick and the hi-hat on out 1 and 2, and I'm going to put the snare into out 3 and 4. And I'm also going to do the, I think it's floor toms on their own channels. And again, this is in mono, so you won't hear the whole stereo effect. It would be a lot more obvious. But the hi-hat and the floor tom, I'm going to, let me think, pan that harder, just so you can see it, really see it, what I'm about to do. So I am now going to go back into Studio One, so I'm going to move that to the side. So here I have my EZdrummer, and I'm going to click to expand, and I'm going to add the 3/4 and the 5/6. And finally, I'm going to click and drag my drum track over to start on the 2. And I'm just going to make this adjustment here, just for ease, just for ease. Cool, so let's listen. You can see how these are all clearly different. You hear that snare really clearly. And I can even solo. You can hear that. Solo the toms. Solo the snare. I want to keep the snare soloed for a second because I want to add some effects to it. So let's go all the way back to the beginning. That was easy. How about some phaser? I need to go to effects. So 80s phaser, that sounds fun. I'm going to drag that over there. And there's also some delay. So let's hear how that sounds. Put chorus on too if we wanted. I don't really want to. Okay. So you can hear the difference on the delay. And if you disengage it. You can still hear the other instruments because there is a bottom snare in that, a mic on the bottom snare. And I think that's picking up what would be the other things, which makes it really realistic. Yeah, so I want to move that over there actually and turn that off, leave it off for now. I'm going to remove it. I'm just going to put this other phaser on. Go back to the beginning here and listen. Nice. Oh, ooh, I like that. All right. So I'm going to clear my solo there, go back to the beginning. That's pretty fun. Let's listen. Awesome. Well, there you have it. That's 3 ways to build drum beats for songs with EZdrummer that are indeed easy. Because like I said, sometimes things are really hard. Man, to be honest, filming this demo was hard. This is my 4th time trying because it's pretty difficult to get audio from the computer sometimes. So it's my fault. I forgot to hit record once. One of the times. But yeah, thank you so much to Sweetwater for sending this. It's really unlocking a lot in terms of like what I can do when I'm creating music at home by myself. You know, I kind of got used to just not having drums. And it's been really amazing to be able to put drums and things into like the intro song of my demos when I do that. Just getting ideas. You know, a lot of times when Sunday Crush writes, we ask the drummer to just give us a drum beat and see what we can put over that, because it really changes the whole mood of a song, the percussion. And yeah, so I really recommend EZdrummer. It's really as easy as the name implies, which is not surprising. It shouldn't be surprising, but somehow I'm always a little bit surprised when something is simple, especially when it involves drums. Because again, I'm bad at programming drums, and this makes me sound not so bad at it. You can also go in and like actually edit the MIDI stuff, like right there in Studio One. So let me just move back over. So all I did was I right clicked and went to edit track. And you can edit things in there as well. So that's pretty nice. Cool. All right. Well, I think the only thing left to do is to play us out. If you do want to pick up this tool or any other tool, you can use our affiliate link for Sweetwater. They have EZdrummer software on there, so you can if you buy it there, I get a portion of the funds back. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's just a great way to say thank you, Emily, for doing this video or doing any other video. Let me open up my console. So yeah, you please like, comment, subscribe. Check us out at patreon.com/getoffset. Listen to the podcast. And I really appreciate your love and support, because sometimes things are tough, but I hope they're always worth it. All right, well, I'm going to play us out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for understanding. Until next time, my name is Emily. Goodbye.